Operation Winter is almost over, and that means players are about to unlock the TCM AGS, the top ground award for this year. I was able to play it early, and a lot of you guys asked me how it was. With that in mind, it seemed like a good idea to make a review for it. If you watch my experience videos, you'll be familiar with the format I'm using for this one. Basically, I'm going to play a short kill montage, then I'm going to talk about the vehicle. The montage isn't meant to show how powerful the vehicle is, it's just for entertainment. Anyway, let's get into it. The TCM AGS is in a very odd position. I'll start with the cons first. With a low profile turret, it has the potential to be extremely powerful in certain positions, but in my experience, you're rarely able to take advantage of them. It's still good if you play it like a standard light tank, though I think you'd be better off taking another vehicle for that role, especially the XM8 AGS. In that role, the XM8 is essentially the same thing, just faster and a bit easier to kill. In CQC, the turret's placement really limits it. In hold down sniping positions, you're limited by its gun depression. It isn't terrible at 8 degrees, but there were a few positions I couldn't take because of it. Its actual depression is 10 degrees. The crew and components are densely packed, so surviving a hit is rare. You might look at the power pack and think it'll function like the Merkava, but that's not the case. Despite the front fuel tank, engine block, and armored bulkheads, even shaped charges will go all the way through and kill the turret crew. For mobility, it's almost 3 tons overweight, and missing 100 horsepower. So instead of its power to weight ratio being 31, it's 22, putting it on par with MBTs. Off-road speed and acceleration aren't great. The biggest issue for me is C76A1. I would say it's the most inconsistent APFSDS round I've used, but XM885 exists. It just does not spall sometimes. It's kind of infuriating. It also has an aversion to Contact 1 for some reason. All that being said, I still really enjoyed playing it. The vehicle's low profile is very useful. I say it often, but the smaller you are, the less likely it is you'll be noticed or shot. The TCM AGS is fairly small, even for a light tank. This helps it stay unnoticed on flanks, where it's the most devastating. The turret is incredibly difficult to hit, so if you can manage to hide your hull behind some cover, it becomes real nasty. The side armor can be a bit trolly, sometimes stopping heat rounds along this band here. It's saved me 1 or 2 times. I've also bounced a few shots in the upper front plate, but most people know not to shoot there. As for the most attractive features, those would be the reload rate and turret traverse. You can out-reload most of the things you see. It also helps when you catch several enemies side on. By the time the second player notices you shot the first, it'll be too late. That makes it great for chaining kills on flanks, assuming you can catch that many tanks off guard. The turret traverses 40 degrees per second, giving the AGS amazing reaction times. That alone has saved me a lot. And finally, it doesn't give you any gameplay advantage, but it just looks cool. I swear, I do like 50% better in tanks I like aesthetically. Call it a morale bonus. In summary, while it does have some small issues here and there, I do think it's worth grinding. It has a fairly high skill floor, but once you get the hang of it, it is very enjoyable. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.